Hello, friends. I have been receiving lots and lots of queries and replies and requests that I have to make a video on PCT. I really apologize that I was unable to upload a video of PCT for quite a long time. I've been trying my best to do a video, but I was unable to find time, so I really apologize. तो जो भी है यारो दोस्तों, आज मैं पीसीटी के ऊपर एक वीडियो बनाने जा रहा हूँ। लेकिन एक्चुअली एक मिसकंसेप्शन है पीसीटी के बारे में। देयर इज़ अ ह्यूज मिसकंसेप्शन ऑफ पीसीटी. I have seen most of the trainers, they are least bothered about PCT. They think that PCT is not necessary. Once I met with a trainer and I asked that PCT is necessary for those who take steroids at moderate dosage. But he told that why PCT is necessary until and unless he develops gynecomastia. And according to him, what is gynecomastia? When your breast will start paining. जब आपका ब्रेस्ट में पेन होगा तब gynecomastia. This is bullshit. This is rubbish. So beware of this type of trainers, because see, trainers can give you good result. Why? Because they will use high steroid. But remember one thing, steroid, if used in proper dose, is useful. If used in excessive dose, it will give you great results, but it will ruin your life. I have seen bodybuilders who die at the age of 30, 35. I have seen many bodybuilders, believe me, they just die out. This is all due to misuse of steroids or not using of PCT. I have seen female bodybuilders who make their body and then they enter into a phase of hirsutism, which is an irreversible process, and they develop male genital organs, and they develop beards. They have to regularly shave off their beard. Female bodybuilders. So always here a medical doctor. I am a certified specialist in steroids as well as a medical doctor and others. I will not go into my credentials, whatever. But this video is not for me. This video is to educate you about PCT. So when you will need a PCT, there is a misconception that when you will develop gynecomastia, then only you will need PCT. This is a huge misconception. See, what is PCT? There are two types of, after the steroid, there are two types of therapy which you should undergo. One is PCT or post-cycle therapy. Another is OCT or off-cycle therapy. Today I will speak only about PCT or post-cycle therapy. Okay. The reason why, see, during gains, you are taking steroids, right? So there are two reasons why you take steroid. First reason is you take steroid for bulking, for gaining muscles. Second reason is you want a lean bulk. So with steroids, you add other type of steroids that will help in reducing fat with proper diet and supplementation. And third is steroid is required for cutting cycle also, when your main aim is to cut down the fat and to give a definition of the muscles, right? So there are three categories of use of steroids. First is the initial or the first time user of steroid. Their dose will be very minimal, very much therapeutic dose they should use. Second is intermediate, that is who have already used steroids for one or two times. Finally is the advanced steroid user. Advanced steroid users are the power lifters, bodybuilders. Problem is that the advanced steroid users, they take huge amount of steroids which are very much lethal, and few trainers of local gym, they think that this is the exact dose that they should recommend to the students who are upcoming bodybuilders. They end up in disaster. Initially they thank the trainer or teacher because they get a great physique and body, but when they get a great physique and body and they become Mr. this and Mr. that, and then after few years they die. No one just knows about their future. They all die out. Most of them die due to heart attack, cardiac arrest, and all these things. The main reason is improper use of steroids. So I will not go into the steroid cycles today. What I will go into is strictly post-cycle therapy. See, after using steroids, the reason why the gains which you will gain, right? The gains, the muscles which you put on, go away after discontinuing steroid use is essentially the testosterone suppression and estrogen conversion. Our body has a negative feedback mechanism wherein when excessive testosterone is there in the body, that excessive testosterone gets converted into estrogen. And the beauty of our body is that the function of the testicles is to produce testosterone, and this testosterone converts into estrogen, but testosterone is continuously produced. So body is not in a estrogen surplus under normal condition. But when you take steroids, the testosterone, usually you take testosterone supplements, right? So the testosterone will shoot up in the body. When the testosterone will shoot up in the body, that amount, the entire amount of testosterone cannot get converted into estrogen. Some amount will definitely convert into estrogen, and most of the amount will be in the form of free testosterone. So, but since you are taking excessive amount of testosterone, which your body is unable to make, so that extra amount of testosterone will remain in your body, plus some of the testosterone will get converted into estrogen. So for example, I'll try to explain you. See, for example, your body produces, this is purely for example, doesn't produce such amount. For example, your body produces 4 gram of testosterone, 4 ml of testosterone, for example. Then 2 ml of testosterone will convert into estrogen, 2 ml will remain in the free state, right? If you are a male. Now, you take 10 ml of testosterone. Now your body has 10 ml of testosterone. Now initially it was converting 2 ml of testosterone to estrogen. Now it will convert 6 ml of testosterone into estrogen. So there will be a surplus of 4 ml of testosterone in your body. This is the target of bodybuilders, why they use testosterone. But if you end when your cycle ends, when you stop taking steroids, what happens is that body is used to the fact that it produces it has surplus testosterone. So now your testicular atrophy might occur, or your testes will not produce that amount of testosterone which you used to produce, or even if it produces that amount of testosterone, your body is used to a higher level of testosterone, so the entire testosterone will get converted into estrogen, as a result of which your muscle breakdown will occur, as a result of which gynecomastia may or may not occur, as a result of which lots and lots of problems will occur. Your fertility system will get disrupted, your reproductive organs will get disrupted, your progeny will get disturbed, everything will get disturbed. So PCT has a vital role. So during the cycle, what happens is that the gonads have received very little to no stimulations for several weeks. This leads to their atrophy, right? That is testicular atrophy, for example. When the testosterone level in the blood, when the testosterone levels in the blood drop below the normal level needed to maintain the muscles, the HPGA is activated. Now what happens is, when HPGA is activated and the pituitary secretes LH to stimulate the gonads to produce testosterone. Unfortunately, due to their atrophy, what happens is that they cannot secrete the required amount immediately. In addition, post-cycle, the body converts testosterone to estrogen in a much greater proportion, which I recently explained. So, the male body may take, the male body might take 1 to 6 months to recover if nothing is done, while the female body takes 2 to 6 weeks to recover if nothing is done. But the problem is that when you will not do PCT, the body will have very low testosterone level throughout this period, and this will lead to substantial loss of muscle, strength, weakness. You will feel dizziness, your muscle will go off, and mood fluctuations will occur, etc. So post-cycle therapy essentially consists of 2 things: HCG and estrogen inhibitors. Use of HCG in high quantities is seen to stimulate the LH secretion. Now HCG is not needed in women. Women already has HCG. And use of estrogen inhibitors is to allow the HPGA to function normally. In case of females, this is not applicable in males. In case of females, the steroid can be tapered. Tapering the drug use can be done in case of female to prolong the period of normal testosterone levels. In males, it has no role. There are other supplements which are used to lower the side effect of the cycle. Now, HCG essentially stimulates the release of GnRH by the hypothalamus, which then stimulates the LH release by the pituitary. Now, by using a high dose for a short period of time, the size of the testicles can be greatly restored. It is important to not use HCG at too high a dose or for too long, otherwise the testicles will get desensitized to LH and this may further disrupt the HPGA instead of helping. So, what you have to do now, this is the theory. I will not explain the theory in details because I think everyone is least bothered about the mechanism of action. Otherwise I can give lectures for hours about the mechanism of action, about PCT, how they affect this and that. Everyone is interested in knowing what they will do in PCT and how they will do. For example, you take a steroid, you are about to do a PCT, so what you will do. Now, there are PCT should be different for different people. It is different for male and it is different for female. Sorry for such a long video. Now, PCT cycle for men will include HCG at around 2000 to 2500 IU every other day for 20 days. That is 10 injections. And then there is Nolvadex 20 mg per day for 30 days. And then 10 mg for 15 more days. And finally Clomid 100 mg per day for 30 days and then 50 mg per day for 15 more days. This is the PCT cycle for men. But PCT, the dose, how much you will take will depend on number one, the dose which you take for, the amount of steroids which you take, and number two, it will also depend upon the individual body type also. So you have to consult with your doctors. Now, for example, if you ask me a sample PCT cycle, then during cycle also you can do a PCT. For example, 500 IU international unit injected subcutaneously. HCG should always be injected subcutaneously. 2 times a week, 1 day before steroid injection and 3 days after. In case of multiple steroid injections, take it before the day before you make an injection of the steroids. Now, when you will take PCT for cycles with 250 to 500 mg doses of testosterone, that is people who do steroid cycles with 250 to 500 mg of testosterone per week, then PCT should be commenced exactly 1 week after the last steroid cycle. For steroid cycle with 500 to 1000 mg doses per week, PCT should be commenced exactly 10 days after the last steroid injection. And for cycles with 1000 plus mg plus doses, PCT should be commenced exactly 2 weeks after the last steroid injection. And similarly, for in case of women, for any cycle with an injectable exactly 1 week after the last injection, PCT should be started. And in case of females, if she does an oral only cycle, then the day after the last tablet, not including the taper. In case of female, the best way is to taper the dose, right? Taper the dose of testosterone. So in case of female, when you will take or start the PCT, that is the day after the last tablet. Last tablet means when you are not tapering the dose. PCT for women will include 2 to 2.5 mg of whatever steroids was being used for last 2 weeks in the tapering form. And stanozolol 2 mg should be used also. 5 HTP 100 mg and melatonin 10 mg per day to control the post-steroid depression. Melatonin has great effect in controlling post-steroid depression. It also helps in sleep cycle change and all those things. And finally Clomid 50 mg per day for 4 weeks, and then 25 mg per day for 2 more weeks. So I think I have explained in a brief what steroid you will need and how you will do. So to sum up, if you take very limited amount of steroid, that is within 100 mg of testosterone per week, then probably you will not require any PCT. If you take more than 100 mg per week testosterone, you will need PCT. In case of females, you have to taper the dose. In case of males, there is no need of tapering the dose of steroids. In case of males, when you will start PCT, 1 week after you have ended your steroid injection or oral steroid, whatever it might be. After 1 week of your steroid, you have to start with the PCT. In case of females, after 1 week from the day when you have started tapering the dose, the last tablet or last injection, whatever might be. In case of male, the PCT will include usually HCG or Nolvadex or Clomid, or a combination of 3. If it is HCG, then it should be 2000 to 2500 IU every other day for 20 days, 10 injection, and this will be intended only in case of someone who has used more than 500 or 1000 mg of testosterone per week. Otherwise, Clomid 100 mg per day for 30 days, and then Clomid 50 mg per day for another 15 days. This is very safe. Clomid and Nolvadex are very safe. Or Nolvadex 20 mg per day for 30 days, and then 10 mg per day for 15 more days. This is good enough as a PCT for males, I am telling. So if you need anything more, you can ask me. I will be happy to help you out, but I think I have explained you.